Welcome in to the special edition of the Cavalier Connection. I'm Jeff. We are starting a series with our best of episodes. We've had so many great interviews since we started doing this podcast about 18 months ago. And so we're picking some clips from some of our episodes to replay for you guys throughout the summer as we lead up to football season. To start things off tonight, I'm going to do Ball Hawk. It was an outstanding interview. There were so many clips with Ball Hawk that is going to be a standalone on a best of episode. Before we get to that, did want to talk about our friends over at Mincers, and I just got to play this little clip from our podcast just earlier this week with TW. I want to play this real quick.
When I was a kid, I had a shirt that said, it was from Mincers. I don't know if they still make it. It said, my two favorite teams are UVA and whoever's playing UNC.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that shirt?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love that shirt. I used to wear that constantly. People were so confused when I had it out here in California. People were like, what does that mean? They're like, what? Anyway.
My favorite
Shout out to Mincers.
I was gonna say, Jeff, I got one more. My Mincer shirt, and I know you had this one too.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
Yes.
The good was Virginia, the bad was UNC. I think the ugly was Virginia Tech.
Yeah. And I know you guys think we're old. We're not as old as Mincers. Mincers has been doing this since 1948. But as you can see there, TW and Jay and myself, we're close in age. And you just remember some of the shirts from Mincers when we were kids. And Jay and I did both have that long sleeve blue shirt that said the good, the bad, the ugly. And, the UNC shirt I pull for every team. I pull for Virginia and every team that plays UNC. That was our rival back in the day for sure. It's kind of like as a Commander/Redskin fan, you always say pull for the Redskins and any team that's playing Dallas. So anyway, shout out to Mincers. Just wanted to share that little tidbit as we were just came up in conversation and TW talking about shirt that he had gotten from Mincers as a child as well. So tonight, as I was saying, I want to play back some pieces of the Ball Hawk interview. And so we're going to go right to that right now.
Playing for Walls, man. So I was all set to go to Florida. I was set to go to the University of Florida. This came off a national championship. My cousin went to Florida State. I had aspirations of going to Florida State, but I was heavily recruited by Florida. And I went down, had my visit there, and met Steve Spurrier, was excited about signing with them. And Coach Welsh, unbeknownst to me, comes to visit like the Tuesday after we won our state championship. And once my grandmother, Big Mom, met Coach Welsh, she was like, babe, I think you should go there. Like, I trust you being with him. Because she didn't meet Steve Spurrier. She didn't go down to Gainesville with me. And, Coach Danny Woman used to call my phone all the time during the recruiting process. And Tom O'Brien as well. And, yeah, man, Coach Walsh was old school. He won Big Mama over. And that won me over. So that's what got to Virginia.
Do you have any special memories that really stand out from playing for Coach Welsh?
I got more practice memories. So games are fun, right? Everybody hears about the halftime speech. I say speech, but the halftime rant that Anthony Poindexter had. I usually share that like every Thanksgiving up to that game. They asked me to relive the Tech game, and I always talk about how the locker room really set it off when Anthony Poindexter came in on his crutches. But as far as like funny stories, they all happen in practice and usually all happen in camp. And the deal with Coach Welsh and myself, because if you guys don't know, I'm a light-hearted person, and I want to just make people smile and laugh. And Coach Welsh always wanted to be serious and just I'm down to business. Don't mess with me. I'm Coach Welsh. Leave me alone. And I'm just like, nah, that ain't how I operate. Like, you gonna talk to me. Like, not just be number 80. You gonna say my name. Because when you're first year, he just says whatever number you are. And I was just number 80. I'm like, no, he gonna say my name my first year. Like, I'm make it a point to. I'm gonna get on his nerves so much. He gonna be like, Christ, Hawkins, just leave me alone. That's all I wanted. So once I was good. But after that, man, it was just like a dare from teammates. Like, Hawk, can you get Coach Wells to just comment about something?
Oh,
I mean, I'm probably get my butt chewed out running, or, I got in trouble, but I think over the years he appreciated that I was that guy that was gonna make him laugh, because he came from the service academies and stuff, and Coach Lance. They were always serious, and it's a job to them, but it's like, man, it's a kid's game. Like, let's have fun. I from Hampton High School. Coach Smith was very serious, but as long as you work, I mean, you can have your fun, but you better do your work. So I took the risk of, all right, I'm gonna have fun, so I got to show up. So, but a fun story. I'll tell you guys a fun story. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this. So we was in Hawaii in 2000. This is my last year, and this is Coach Walt's basically last week of game prep, and that bowl game versus Georgia. And we practicing at a high school in Hawaii. Wasn't the best facility. And guys were kind of complaining, didn't want to practice. So who do they go to? They come to me, hey, Hawk, man, you got to call something to get Coach to kick us off the field. Like, we don't want to practice today. I'm like, man, I don't know. Like, I want to cherish this time, because it's the last time I played college football. They like, come on, man, like, do us this solid. I did it before when we was in South Carolina. We was preparing for, ironically, Georgia for the Peach Bowl. I got it kicked off the field. I caused a fight with Mo and the coach kicked off the field. So we in camp. We in practice, and we're in, like, it's early. Like, we're in like one-on-ones. And if anybody ever been through a college practice, one-on-ones is like within like the first 25, 30 minutes. It's out the T period, individual, and then you usually have a one-on-one competition. And the hitters go to 9-on-7. I was a quarter that year, so I didn't have to go with the safeties. We got to hit the running backs and stuff. So we're doing one-on-one drills, and I see guys in the 9-on-7 who really hitting that don't want to hit. See, I'm good. Like, we're not hitting, so I care about practicing. It's just conditioning. I'm running. So those guys are kind of looking like, oh, hey man, you all right? And that's like a cue, like, come on, man, set it off. So, all right. So I go through my one-on-one. I forgot who I was checking, but I get my hands on the football. I intercept a one-on-one pass. So I'm doing my job. I get an interception, and instead of me just tossing the ball back, I just throw it at one of the quarterbacks. Like, whoever try me, and I throw the ball at him. And that Coach Foss protect his quarterbacks. He's like, Christ, what are you doing? Don't do that. Are you okay? Don't do that. I'm like, whatever. Don't tell them, don't try me, coach. Next rep come up. I get a. It was almost like the receivers knew what I was doing too, because they was kind of, milking it. So brother, they was letting me like cover them. So I don't want people thinking I was locking people down. This was everybody was in cahoots. The quarterbacks didn't know though. That's what made it work, because they didn't. I don't know. It might have been Matt Schaub or was it Dan? But the next time I didn't intercept, I got my hands on the ball and I threw the ball at him again. I told you don't try me. Now, granted, this is one-on-one. Not to try me. And I throw the ball at the quarterback again. And Coach Welsh is closer to him. He's like, you do this one more time, I'm kicking you out of practice. I'm like, got him. Lo and behold, he stops our drill. So we get the scale, and that's even better. 7-on-7, that's even better, because you're not supposed to touch the receivers. And he told me don't throw the ball to the quarterback. Somebody run, we in cover 2. Somebody they run like a slant out, and the quarterback throws it to the tight end, almost like he knew. We're gonna get kicked out, but they didn't know. They just made an errant pass. So maybe I just disguised it well. Get the interception. And instead of running to the end zone, throw the ball at the quarterback. You know what? Everybody off. I'm not dealing with this today. Man, I never seen guys run through the locker room so fast. The coach didn't talk to me the rest of the day. I see him at the buffet. I'm like, what's up? Cry, get away from me. you just don't know when to stop. This is a great day at work because of you. So that's you know what's so funny? Coaches usually in he did like either the golf cart or the gator. You know, the gator, the little green
John Deere.
Yeah, the dummies and stuff, the tackle dummies. I don't want people thinking, calling players dummies, but tackle dummies. Coach West would be in his own little, he had his routine, right? So while we were in stretch, and Coach didn't get out there early enough to do his laps. So both fields were together. So he walked around both fields, perimeter of both fields. I don't know if it equaled up to a mile or what, but he had a certain amount of laps that he did between around both fields. Sometimes he would like half jog. And when we came out for stretch, he had a nice little lather going, and he'll just inspect how you were stretching. If hey, come on, get loose. You got to get ready. Like that's the lowest you can go. Like, so when he would walk through, I was like, come on, Coach, you got to do a cool down. You just can't walk around and then look at the stretch. You got to stretch too. He was like, I can't. That's why I want you guys.
Oh gosh.
I wish he was still around. I would love to be able to talk to him and just pick his brain and get some stories off of him. I'm sure he'd probably have a ton to share. But
yeah, he got more talkative once it was done to everybody else. Like around us, he had talked to. Like Coach was he had a facial expression, like don't approach me to facial expression. But if you just ignored it and went to talk to him, he was like one of the greatest human beings you'll ever talk to. Like so smart, paid attention to everything that went on, so he would know everything about you, like how you grew up, coach played for, what you did in high school. You learn about your hobbies, ask you about those hobbies, ask you how your family was doing. If you felt like you were a little homesick or you're just going through a rough patch, he'll just say, hey, when the next time you're going to see your mom, dad, or your grandma, like when the last time you talked to them, like call them, like, it'll help with your spirits, or come talk to me, that type of stuff.
right.
So, he was a great guy, really great guy. So at Anderson Park in downtown Newport News, and Al Iverson played there, Michael Vick played in that league, Chris Morant, a host of other great guys. That league was from 6 to 12 years old. That was the age.
Man.
So I was 6 years old, and Allen Iverson, Bubba Chuck, struck me out in a championship game. I was 6, he was 12.
Oh man.
And Iverson was in the backstop talking trash. I would get the bat and crouch down really low and get walks, and then you couldn't steal, but I was really fast at 6. So if somebody got a base hit, I could get around the bases fast. So he was the only person to strike me out that year. Played for the Anderson Park Orioles, and I played for the Mets.
And 12-year-old talking trash to the 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And but I knew Bubba. So
right.
My mom would babysit Bubba. She was good friends with Ann. So she knew me. So that's why I was funny of her. Like you said, like a 6-year-old kid, but she know I'm one of her own, and he laughing. He I haven't even swung the bat all year. So he's like, he's not going to swing. So let me just get it to the mitt.
Right. One thing about Aaron, I love Aaron Brooks. He's not lacking confidence. Jay and I they were playing Wake Forest, and we went to the game. This was at Wake Forest, and we were listening to, and it was a close game. Wake Forest was not good then, and Virginia pulled it out, and they interviewed Aaron after the game, and Aaron's like, man, we talking about Wake Forest. I won't concern. This is Wake Forest. And then I actually met him at a Virginia basketball game, and I said something to him about it. Man, I said, this is the greatest quarterback in Virginia history. He said, show you right. That dude is confident.
I could tell you a funny story about confidence in Aaron, right? And maybe, I don't know, I was really naive when I first got here, because I was still like living in my high school brain as far as like how football was perceived. I remember I was in practice. Sparky Woods was the offensive coordinator, and we had read routes where, depending on where the defensive back was at, you're either running a 10-yard stop or you're on the go route. And your relationship with the DB will let you know if you stop or if you keep going vertical. I'm a guy that caught like 19 touchdowns on 39 catches in high school. All I did was run deep. So I'm not stopping for nothing. I can run past. In my mind, I can run past anybody, right? So I remember one time we look at him with the quarterbacks, which was rare. And Aaron is like, they called me 80 Ock. He was like, 80 Ock, hey, you got to sit that down right here. Like the DB, DB is still got a 2-yard cushion. Like, just sit that down so we could just get you the ball. And I kind of like looked at him, and I didn't think anything of it. I just nodded my head. And another rep came, and I did the same thing. So he said it again. He said, ADR, like, see, again, you got to sit. And, this is film study, and I'm getting a little frustrated because I feel like they keep coming at me, right? So I go, well, obviously, I'm letting you know I can still beat them deep. So let's let it fly, man. Like, ask Ronald, ask Coach Smith. I run deep. I ain't come here for no short route. I'm running deep. I'm for everybody out there. And Aaron just started laughing. I remember Sparky kind of looked at me after the meeting. Aaron goes, hey, man, I like your confidence, but you gotta listen. Like, I still gotta throw you the ball. So if you keep doing what you say you're gonna do, you're not gonna get the ball. You're gonna be running for nothing. You're gonna be running track.
Right. So I know we've already kind of talked about this, but unfortunately in Jack's lifetime, Virginia has not beat Virginia Tech one time in Blacksburg. And of course, the last time we did, you had that memorable touchdown to win the game. Any other memories from that game or from that winning touchdown?
Yeah. So we haven't beaten them down there. We've beaten them since. But not down. Oh, yeah, right. You said down there, right?
Yeah, down there.
Yeah. Once in my lifetime.
Yeah, so I got a lot of memories. I got the fight with the punter, with Donnie Green fighting the punter. Never seen that in my life. Sometimes anybody can get it. You got a helmet on.
That's right.
You got to get it too. First of all, Virginia Tech took pride of special team, so we're gonna cut the head of the special team. We're gonna get you.
That's right.
So I remember the fight right there. Thomas Jones had the catch to me of the game in the corner end zone when the linebacker came free. I think it was a miscommunication with the slide pro. Aaron might have went the wrong way. Something happened, but the linebacker came free. Aaron played Houdini, threw the ball off his back leg, and Thomas made the same type of catch that John Ford made, the original catch at Tech. So it's ironic that they consider my catch the catch when you had John Ford's fingertip catch at Tech and then Thomas Jones' fingertip catch in the end zone, in the right end zone. But it was the same end zone we scored in. Byron Thweet, who's like the unlikely guy to score a pick six, because Thweet was fast in high school. I don't know what happened when he got to college, like straight line speed. He was like sideline to sideline fast, but nah, man, Thweet's the one picking him and putting him down. So we knew something was going to happen good when Thweet scored on a pick six, like, and nobody caught it. And I was like, yeah, we going to win this. And we were still down by a lot, but when Thweet scored, Uno and I'm out, like, yeah, we're going to win this. We're going to win this, Jack. And talk about Aaron confidence, that last drive, Aaron is smiling. He's smiling. Like, so I came into the game almost supposed to be in the game. Kevin McCarthy's contact came out, and I just ran into the game. And we were running mirror routes, and Terrence was having a great game. And we had mirror routes on the outside, like corner routes, where you could dog it depending on what the corner was playing. And Casey Crawford had an option, a wide option. Basically what we see what the Cowboys used to run with Sweden all the time. And we ran that play all the way. That was the same play all the way down. When we threw the ball, it was the same play because it was so many routes put into that one play. So when I came in, Aaron's like at the sideline. He looking in the huddle. I'm scared out of my brain. He calls the play. And I just feel a hand on my shoulder. I'm coming to you, dog. They ain't gonna never expect you to get the ball. Like, nah, don't throw it to me. No. It's too important. Why you throwing it to me? Throw it to Terrence. Nah, I'm coming to you. Just be ready. You'll catch it. Because I had just dropped a touchdown pass versus UNC the week before, so my confidence wasn't high at all. Like I was doubting myself, and he made sure I caught the ball because he hit me in the face with it. But for him to be in that moment, kind of like relaxed and just like, nah, I'm coming to you. They ain't gonna never expect that.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
It would have been remembered forever, but when you fell to your knees and spread your arms, that picture, that will never leave my head. That'll be a memory of my lifetime.
Yeah.
So we did want to congratulate you on your new gig at the Virginia Sports Radio Network. We know it's probably tough replacing Cove, and we know you guys' relationship is great. You get to work with Matt Schaub. What are your thoughts on your new position?
Man, I'm super excited. It's bittersweet because Cove is a mentor. I mean, he helped me with my journey 12 years ago. Well, it'd be 13 when I auditioned for it when Frank left and Cove got the opportunity. And I started in the high school circuit with Channing Poole and also Luke Neer on 1070 WINA on Fridays with the local high school teams here, and did that for multiple years. And then just working with Jay James on Cavalier Countdown, and then filling in as a sideline reporter, and always having aspirations, just being part of the broadcast team in any capacity, just always being prepared. When I started filling in the sideline, Dave Kane helped me transition to that because they're looking for different things. They're not looking for you to be an analyst. They're looking for you to get injury reports, mindset, stuff with the turf, weather, the other moving parts. And when I got the call this spring from Cove, and Cove let me know the conversation he had with the higher ups, and getting a call from the higher ups a day later. So just saying, hey, if you haven't heard the news, this is the news. Would you be interested in auditioning? And I was transparent. I was like, let me talk to my mentor first, because I value our relationship. He's done a lot for me. So, and he gave me his blessing. Like, he was like, go for it, man. Like, go for it. Do this, do that. And when I got the position and it was announced, he was the first one to call me, be excited. Like, think about that. Like, a lot of times you could be really like envious and have resentment, but he just demonstrated like a true, genuine love and maturity level that you don't see a lot. Because in today's day and age, everybody's so competitive with each other. So the fact that I got his blessing just made me more ease, because I value his opinion so much. I value his feedback so much. And but I'm super excited to work in that capacity. Matt be on for at least 4 games that we know of. I know the first game is set in stone that he'll be there. John Freeman is a guy that I built a relationship since I lived here in Charlottesville. So just picking his brain of what I need to do, what my expectations are, and just understanding my place. Like, he drives the vehicles, he has the outline of the drawing, and his job to color in the lines and just fill in the blanks and help the audience kind of visually picture the game without being at the game, but not being like overly descriptive and speaking that football jargon that nobody understands. I can't be like, oh, there's a cover 2 right there, and he buzzed down. You're like, what is a buzz? So like, yeah, man, just playing off coverage, and it was like 8 yards off. He ran a 2-yard route.
Right.
Okay, it's too far off. There you go. Like, oh, he plays soft coverage. He gotta come up. Okay, what does come up? So, but I'm excited, man. I'm definitely excited. I love the Wahoos, and I've been doing my podcast, so I just been trying to hone my skills. And now I'm called to do it each and every game versus doing in stadium bits on the jumbotron like I was doing the last years. So that helped prepare me for this as well. So, yeah, man, I'm happy for that. I'm really happy for the opportunity. Like I said, it's like kind of bittersweet because I know I know who I'm following.
Right.
I know who he followed. Like that, those two guys. Oh,
yeah.
I can't say
you're the third announcer in 42 years.
Yeah, I can't try to beat them. All I gotta do is be my best self and understand that the objective is to be better each and every time out and just play my role. That's it. And
That's right.
that's how I approach it.
Um,
And that was some of our best parts of our interview with Ball Hawk. If you want to catch the whole episode, you can go on to our YouTube channel at the Cavalier Connection. The whole episode is there. The other parts that he was talking about was the 2024 football season. But just to hear about his career at UVA, and the stories are great. The stories are great. You know, the one thing that I wish that I could do better at is being a storyteller, because I'm going to tell you, Ball Hawk's a great storyteller. The story about George Welsh at practice and getting kicked out, and he say, Christ, Hawkins, Christ. There's nothing better. And to hear Ball Hawk say it is great. Also, you know, the 6 to 12-year-old baseball league, Aaron Brooks' confidence. And, you know, I spoke to it in the episode. That man was confident. And to listen to him talk about that Virginia Tech game in that last drive and how confident he was and calm, cool, and collected, and told him he was coming to him. That was exciting. And so, yeah, that was one of my favorite episodes since we've been doing this. I do want to put this one up here for you guys. You know, Ball Hawk has a great podcast, and as I talked about, a great storyteller and fun to listen to. That guy's fun to listen to. Believe in Virginia. You can follow him on X at I am Ball Hawk, and you can get all of his content right there. And the last thing I did want to say about Ball Hawk, you know, we really appreciate Ball Hawk because he reposts a lot of our stuff and is very supportive. We've been fortunate enough to actually be able to take the media van with him a couple times coming back from the stadium. And so, you know, super supportive of all UVA podcasts out there, and has been super supportive of us as well. And we really appreciate it. But if you want to hear a good podcast, not putting us down, but Believe in Virginia, that's a great podcast, great storyteller, just very enjoyable to listen to. So I can't promote it enough. You know, I've counted, you know, since we've been doing this for 18 months, we've been fortunate enough to talk to, I want to say, you know, about 20 basketball players from the history of Virginia, about 35 football players from up and coming new recruits to former players. And we've had a couple baseball. We had Mo on from the ladies basketball team. And so we're going to be kind of doing this with some of our from some of our episodes, you know, picking apart some of the best parts over the summer for you guys to, you know, kind of look back and listen to. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to this episode. And next week, we will be back at you, hopefully, with some more basketball news. Hopefully, the basketball team, maybe there'll be a move or two. Maybe a couple that entered the portal will decide they're coming back, and maybe there'll be a couple that will be joining the team. And then also we'll get episode 2 next week of, you know, the best of episodes. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you guys next week.